Hey guys, this is Max from Bushcraft beer, and today I'm going to show you the Mora Bushcraft Black. This is one of the knives Mora sent to me to test them and review them to you. And I repeat what I said in the last video, just because they sent me these knives, I don't gonna lie to you. And yeah, that won't affect my judges about these knives. So alright, I'm gonna show you the knife, give you some information about size and length and all that stuff, and what I personally think about that knife, and then I'm going to show you some uses with this knife, so stay tuned. Alright, so that's the Mora Bushcraft Black. It's a pretty new knife out of the Bushcraft series from Mora of Sweden, and the great difference and also the reason why it's called black is that the blade is coated with that black coating. Yeah, the knife itself comes in a plastic sheath like all the Mora Bushcraft knives, and you can switch the sheath with any other Bushcraft knife from Mora. And also the handle is exactly the same as all other Bushcraft knives from Mora, just the color changes like always by the most knives. Yeah, the handle is rubberized black plastic, and it really gives you a good hold on the knife. For me personally, the handle is too large, but that's simply because my hands are pretty small. I'm going to give you detailed information about my hand size in the video description. And as you can see, if I'm holding the knife, my index finger, I guess it's called in English, pushes against this this notch right there, and so that's pretty uncomfortable if I'm using it hard, so I have to spread my fingers a bit so that I can grip it good. But as I say, I got pretty small hands. But a great benefit on that large handle is that right now in winter conditions, if you're wearing gloves, you can grab the knife also and hold it pretty good and comfortable in your hand. So, as I said, the special thing on this knife is the blade. And first of all, the blade is really thick. It's 3.5 millimeters in thickness. That's a pretty sturdy and stable blade. So you can really use it for hard bushcraft work. Also for batoning if you want so. And that coating on the blade is new. The blade is a carbon blade, so it will rust if you leave it in wet conditions, and to prevent that rusting, Mora used that black coating. The knife comes completely coated if you buy it, and the coating holds really long on the blade, so it would prevent your knife really long time from rusting. There have been some problems with sharpness as far as I know, and that's simply because Mora sharpened these knives really sharp as always. If you buy a Mora knife, it comes extremely sharp, and then they put the coating on, so at this really bottom edge there, it gets a bit dull because of the coating sticking on that really sharp side of the blade. I personally don't had problems with my knife. It comes razor sharp right out of the box, and Mora also is trying to solve these problems so that everyone who buys a knife gets a knife that is completely coated and completely rust resistant and has a really sharp edge as well. Yeah, in general, by Mora knives, the knife is really sharp. You can get it really sharp. It holds the edge pretty long, and if it is a bit dull, you just have to stroke it 1 or 2 times over a sharpening rod, and it's no problem. It's back in business. So far to the knife. Now have a look at the sheath. And the sheath is, as I said, the usual bushcraft type sheath they use on all their bushcraft knives. And it's plastic with a flexible plastic belt loop. And the belt loop is pretty wide, so you can put a military style belt or something in that belt loop with no problem. And also a great benefit on that belt loop is that you can twist it around. So if you have the knife on your belt and sit down, the knife can bend away so that it doesn't stick to the ground if you try to sit down. Also a good thing on these, sorry, plane flying over me right again. So alright, the plane is pretty much gone now. Also a good thing on these knives is you can remove that belt loop, and therefore you have to push back there and then twist the belt loop and it comes loose. It's pretty hard to push there, not too hard, but you definitely won't lose the knife by accident. But you can, if you want, let that belt loop on your belt and take the knife in the sheath right off. And that's pretty useful in my opinion, because you don't have to put off your belt always if you want to get the knife away. To put the belt loop back on, you just turn it around, push against it, twist it upwards, up, not twisted enough. Now I'm in, and no problem. So also a really good thing on the blade is that the spine is pretty sharp. It's not that sharp that you can cut yourself, obviously, but it's a 90 degrees angle, and with that angle you can strike a fire rod pretty easy. And I'm gonna show you this in a minute, and I really like that, because so you don't have to carry a striker for your fire rod, and you can also put the fire rod directly on the sheath. Mora produces some kind of a mount to mount your fire rod directly on the sheath, so you just have to put your fire rod out, use your knife and strike, and you get really good flames with that, or really good sparks I should say. So that's it about the knife. Now let's see some use. Alright, Mora Bushcraft Black, and that knife is right out of the box. I haven't done anything to this knife. Now, to make feather sticks, this knife is really ideal, I would say, and it is pretty comfortable in my hand, even if I got pretty small hands for that handle size. And I guess it's because of that curve of the handle right there that really lies perfect in your hand, and it's really comfortable to use that knife. So here we go. That is the fire steel from Mora. I'm gonna make a review on that as well, and I'm gonna use that one not with a striker, which is also really good, but I'm gonna use the Mora Bushcraft Black and the spine. And as I said, I haven't done anything to this knife. Alright, so that's it about the Mora Bushcraft Black. In the end of the video I'm going to show you some pictures of the knife and some detailed information about length and size and that stuff. And yeah, I really thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate your comments and your views, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Bye.